Common law contract, also known as the Unincorporated Business Trust Organization, or the Pure Trust Organization. The Pure Trust allows a secured party creditor to only be held liable for corporate law and taxes, and get every benefit any corporation does, as well as have no liability for statute law. The Pure Trust is what the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, and other elite in the know use, and live their lives through. You can't be a secured party creditor using your social security number. You have to create a common law business trust organization, or the Pure Trust, like they did in Roman times, and use a CPN to live your life through, in which this free 23-page document describes in detail. Simply email me at spca4v@gmail.com to get a free copy. The reason the secured party creditor information wasn't working for so-called sovereign citizens, labeled terrorists by the government, so I wouldn't use that term, was because A, who were claiming to be sovereign citizens, were living their lives through their social security hash as a debtor/employee and not through a pure trust as the creditor using a CPN. I have files in PDF format that explains the process and how it originated in Roman times. I also have the trust template you will need to use, that shows how to correctly fill out the trust and how to use it. The material I have, such as the Redemption Manual 5th edition, is a good source of how to go about it, as well as the Trustee Handbook from Weiss, also included. You need to do your due diligence as to how to properly use this trust. It's nearly impossible to obtain this type of trust without spending thousands of dollars. Always do your own research and study as well to further your knowledge. I can help as much as I can, if I'm available for $35 a half hour. Here are the 5 files you will get. You get the Common Law Business Trust Organization or the Express/Pure Trust files, which explain in detail the origins of the Pure Trust and how it was used from the Roman days to now. Which elite groups use this trust, and what its purpose is, and why you need one. Read the introduction page below. Excerpt Pure Trust Introduction. If you act on what this booklet tells you, you can save more money than you ever imagined. If you do not act, then there is no other way for you to escape the fate of so many millions of others. Has the following happened to you or someone you know? A friend or a relative passed away and his estate was thrown into time-consuming probate, enormous inheritance taxes, high estate taxes, and large legal fees, drastically reducing the estate. Did the Internal Revenue Service rule adversely on stocks, paintings, antiques, or other personal property? Did the family business have to be destroyed in order to pay these hefty costs? Did the heirs have little to inherit after it was all over? When you pass on, your family may have to go through the same needless waste of money and time. If your total estate can be valued above $600,000, at least 30, and sometimes 50% or more of your estate will be taken by taxes, and many thousands of dollars in legal fees and probate costs will usually be taken out on top of the taxes. The financial security you promised your family might be destroyed when you die. Now, there is no need for your family to do without. You can legally avoid every dollar that your family would have paid due to the probate process. You can use a tool that could save you the cost of legal fees, executor, and administrative fees, probate costs, inheritance taxes, estate taxes, and gift taxes. Since you have accumulated assets throughout your life, it is only right that when you pass on, your family should receive the full benefit, the full use of those assets. Now they can control those assets intact without a cent of probate or tax costs, and without a moment's hesitation. What is this method? A little known and rarely used instrument based on common law called the Common Law Contract, also known as the Unincorporated Business Trust Organization or the Pure Trust Organization. You get the Redemption Manual 5th series to use as a guide on how to operate with a trust and further use it. The most important document you get is the 43-page sample trust template to create your own trust. It has all the places where to place the names of the trustees, beneficiaries, and witnesses. This is the document that makes you a secured party creditor. I also included is the Dissolve Your Debt files. It's better to clean up your credit and debt before you file your trust. Read the excerpt below from preface of the 75-page document. Preface, if you'll take some time to read through the Dissolve Your Debt manual, learn what's in it, and use it, the secret government program you can use to get out of debt will no longer be a secret, and you'll no longer be in debt. Plainly speaking, if you want to cure your problems with debt, you can, quickly, easily, and by using nothing more than the knowledge from the Dissolve Your Debt manual, the power of your blue ink pen, and nothing other than some postage. You might have noticed that I didn't include using thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money to get out of debt. Well, you read that correctly. This is not about spending all, or most of your money to get out of debt. Now, you're probably wondering how that's even possible. I must be joking, right? I'm not. Let me tell you a little story. Many people these days are homeowners, maybe even just like you. One aspect of home ownership that rears its ugly head, once or twice a year, is the old property tax bill. Well, a dissolve your debt customer will call Mary received her most recent property tax bill at the end of last December. Needless to say, she and her husband were dreading the thought of having to figure out a way to pay it. Debts, no matter how they're packaged, are always frustrating. Debts are always stressful. Nobody likes debt, and this property tax bill was no different to Mary. That's the preface of those files. Lastly is the Vice's Concise Trustee Handbook, a guide to the administration of the express trust under the common law, functioning under the general law merchant. By Carlton Albert Weiss. Read an excerpt from the introduction. Introduction. This handbook is about the administration of express trusts created under the original American common law and functioning within a unique system of commerce in the American states, i.e., the general law merchant one, as it stands in 21st century America. The material presented herein has been reduced from various sources which the reader is encouraged to examine for his own knowledge and further understanding. The material herein has been rendered into a concise handbook format, intended to allow the reader to refer to each section for guidance on decisions regarding the most pertinent aspects of the administration of an express trust. So, only secondary attention has been given to all other matters. All in all, the author's objective by this handbook is to devise a simple guide, with clearly outlined methods and sample forms, for the effective handling of affairs of express trusts, while also showing the many options for growth and prosperity, and profound protections afforded by express trusts when created and administered properly. This book is written in a somewhat unconventional manner in order to accommodate this objective. If the reader should find, after examining the sources, that this work has failed in its objective, then let it be attributed to a fault of the author, not to any supposed faultiness of the sources or the express trust itself. It will be admitted by all honest and learned lawyers, as it once was when a lawyer, by definition, was learned in the law, that the express trust, especially one created with proper care to its instruments, is a far superior form of security, or organization in general, for individuals who desire to exercise their natural rights. This 79-page document will help you understand as much as you need to know about this trust. You get all 5 files in PDF format plus some bonus free files sent to your email address for a $500 donation. Pure Contract Trust, free. Just email me for a copy. Trustee Handbook Weiss. Sample Express Trust. Redemption Manual 5th Series. The Dissolve Your Debt Manual. SPC, A4V@gmail.com.